On November 27th morning, a stranger will hand you $55 million. Archangel Michael says, and before you think this is just another message, pause for a second, because the meaning behind this line goes way deeper than it seems. Right now something in your life is preparing to shift, and this date is simply a symbol that marks the moment everything turns in your favor. If you're hearing this, stay with me and don't scroll. This might be the message your spirit has been waiting for, and if you feel even a slight pull in your heart, hit like so others feel it too. Something unusual has been building around you, almost like a quiet storm made of calm. You've been feeling it, those sudden waves of peace, the random moments of clarity, that strange sense that something big is coming. These are not random feelings. They're signals, signs that your life is crossing into a new lane where opportunities appear in places you never expected. Share this if you want the energy around you to grow stronger. Picture this, a stranger walking toward you carrying something small but important. It may not be money in the physical sense, but it represents your breakthrough, the chance, the idea, the call, the message, or the moment that changes everything. Your spirit will know it. Your heart will recognize it before your mind does. Subscribe if you're ready to be open to your next chapter. Archangel Michael says, the blessing coming your way is not random. It is tied to what your family, your heart, your dreams, and your past have carried for years. Something that was delayed is now finding its path back to you. And that's why lately life has felt strangely slow, almost like time has been pausing around you. That pause wasn't punishment, it was preparation. If you've ever felt like life held you back, this is your moment of release. When the morning of November 27th arrives, you might notice the world feels slightly different. Not magical in a movie sense, but soft, bright, and meaningful. The sunlight may feel warmer. A familiar smell might return. Even your reflection may look calmer. These are just gentle signs that your energy is aligning with something higher. And when that alignment happens, nothing can stop what's meant for you. God says, new opportunities are already making their way toward you, carried by people you haven't met yet. The stranger in this message is simply the person chosen to cross your path with a moment that opens a new door. It might be a conversation, a chance meeting, or a message that sets everything in motion. Your job is to stay grounded, stay calm, and stay open. Archangel Michael says, the delays you faced were not failures. They were protections. Every door that closed saved you from a version of success that wasn't stable. Now the right doors are opening. Doors that won't shake, won't fall, and won't disappear. If this resonates, drop a like so more people can find this message today. Over the past few months you've been tested emotionally and spiritually. Not because you were being punished, but because you were being shaped for something you didn't have the strength to hold before. You grew through it. You stood through it. And because of that, your blessings have been cleared to reach you without interference. The number $55 million in your script is not just money, it symbolizes restoration multiplied by grace. It stands for the return of everything that slipped from your life: love, peace, confidence, opportunities, and strength. What's coming to you is bigger than finances. It is the beginning of a cycle where you rise without fear and rebuild without struggle. In the days leading to November 27th, you may notice repeating numbers, random calm during chaos, or even a spark of motivation you didn't have before. These are gentle reminders that you are stepping into alignment, that you are no longer running after blessings, blessings are coming to you. And when the stranger appears in whatever form destiny chooses, you will feel something familiar in their presence. Not fear, not doubt, but recognition. Because they represent a shift your soul has known was coming long before your mind accepted it. So breathe, stay still inside, trust the process. Something huge is waiting for you, something that will settle your heart and strengthen your steps. And once this shift arrives, your life will not return to the way it was. Doors will open quietly. Peace will rise gently. And you will finally feel the weight on your shoulders lift. If you feel this message speaking to you, subscribe so you never miss what heaven aligns for your path next. And if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. Something shifts the moment you realize the stranger is not arriving by accident but by agreement, a promise made between your soul and the divine long before this lifetime. They won't come with loud footsteps or dramatic presence. Instead, they will carry a calm that makes the whole moment feel strangely lighter, almost like the earth itself is preparing for your rise. Stay with me, because this is where your story deepens in ways you never imagined. You'll notice the signs before they reach you, maybe a sudden stillness in the air, maybe a bird calling out at the perfect second, or a silence so clear it almost speaks. Archangel Michael says that in that exact moment your angels will lock the energy grid around you, aligning everything so your $55 million blessing lands exactly where your destiny needs it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's already closer than you think. The stranger may hand you something simple, an envelope, a small object, maybe even a note that looks ordinary at first glance. But what it represents will open every blocked channel in your life. From that moment forward, opportunities will search for you, doors will respond to you, and blessings will recognize you without hesitation. Don't skip, because this message was not sent randomly. It was directed toward the one heart whose frequency has finally risen high enough to receive restoration without interference. For weeks, Archangel Michael has been shifting things on your behalf, moving storms away from your path, cutting connections that weren't worthy of your future, and blocking calls that would have drained your energy. Every delay, every pause, every strange moment of stillness was heaven holding space for this exchange. Stay till the end, because you're about to understand why everything slowed down before it accelerated again. On the morning of November 27th, the light itself will feel different, denser, warmer, almost sacred. Your reflection may seem brighter, as if something inside you has finally caught up with the destiny waiting ahead. That's when you'll know heaven has whispered, "It is done." Something huge is waiting for you, and the peace that follows will settle into your spirit like it was always meant to be there. As the blessing activates, the world will sense a change in you. Not arrogance, not pride, but divine authority. You won't need to explain anything, because your reality will speak the truth your voice never had to. The $55 million shift will not just touch your hands, it will rewrite your future from the roots up. Stay till the end, because this is the moment every prayer, every tear, every silent night finally transforms into the legacy you were born to carry. The morning of November 27th is not simply approaching, it's being assembled around you with precision. Every heartbeat you feel right now is counting down toward your divine encounter. Don't skip because the signs will grow stronger. Your dreams may become clearer, showing faces you've never met or places you've never seen. You may notice flashes of light behind your eyes when you blink. These are not illusions, they're coordinates aligning to guide your blessing directly to you. The stranger won't make a grand entrance. They'll blend into the morning quiet and steady like peace wrapped in human form. But when their eyes meet yours, something ancient inside you will rise, the whisper of your soul saying, "This is the moment." Archangel Michael says, that's the sign to stay calm and let the divine timing unfold exactly as written. Something huge is waiting for you and your spirit will feel it before your mind understands it. You'll feel a warmth spread through your chest, a gentle pulse that feels like the universe finally exhaled. That's when the transaction completes, not through signatures or paperwork but through spiritual confirmation. Wealth will begin to flow in unexpected forms, approvals, opportunities, messages you've been waiting for. Don't skip because after that point your life will shift in ways you can't predict but will immediately recognize as divine. People who once doubted you will now sense a glow they cannot explain. Those who overlooked you will suddenly notice your presence again. Not because of money but because divine authority follows those who have endured long seasons with faith. Stay till the end because you will soon see balance in every area of your life. Calls return quicker, doors open without knocking, obstacles dissolve without effort. That's what happens when heaven resets your destiny. So when November 27th morning arrives, wake gently. Carry peace in your eyes and quiet confidence in your steps. You won't need to search for the messenger, they will find you. And when they do, you'll smile within yourself knowing the universe has finally matched your patience with manifestation. Your blessing is not just wealth, it is recognition, restoration, and alignment. Your name has already been written in light and nothing can remove it now. My beloved child, this is the moment where everything begins to make sense. The silence, the signs, the sudden hope, all of it was shaping you for this divine transfer. November 27th morning is not just a date. It's the point where every vibration of peace, prosperity, and purpose merges into one. Don't skip because the calm you wake up with that day will confirm what heaven has already delivered. Archangel Michael says, your frequency has finally matched the reward once denied and now nothing can stop what is already yours. There's a moment right before destiny locks into place where everything inside you grows quiet, and that quiet is not emptiness, it's preparation. Only faith is allowed to witness what's forming around you now. Something huge is waiting for you and heaven has already marked the exact second it will unfold. The stranger carrying your divine transfer isn't wandering toward you blindly, they've been spiritually briefed through dreams, repeating numbers, and unexplainable pulls just like the ones you've been feeling. You'll notice it when time behaves differently around you. A softness in the air, a glow that feels warmer than usual, or a sudden calm that settles over your chest. Don't skip because these are the signals announcing that this moment is not about money, it's about closure. Every piece of trust that was broken, every opportunity taken, every value ignored is preparing to return multiplied. The universe never forgets a faithful heart, it only waits for distractions to clear before restoration lands. Stay till the end because once the encounter happens something inside you will lift. You'll feel lighter as if invisible ropes have slipped off your spirit. This is when approvals will come quickly, connections will appear effortlessly and doors that resisted you will swing open on their own. This is divine rhythm and once it starts it doesn't slow down. Archangel Michael says, "What begins on November 27th won't just bless you, it will bless those who walk in your light for years to come." You've reached the chapter heaven wrote in silence and now it's time to live it boldly. The peace, the favor, the wealth, it's already yours waiting for your acceptance. My beloved child, breathe deep because the part that comes next is where your life finally reveals what was always meant to be. The countdown isn't in hours or minutes, it's in energy, and every passing second is stitching your miracle into reality. Don't skip because the angelic realm is already signaling you. Maybe you've seen a feather in an unusual place, heard a ringing that fades quickly, or felt a sudden rush of chills through your body. These are confirmations that your blessing is not just approaching, it has found you. The $55 million that's tied to your destiny isn't luck, it's alignment. It's heaven saying you endured long enough to receive what was withheld. Stay till the end because the stranger coming toward you has walked through layers of divine guidance. They may seem ordinary, but what they carry is anything but. Their presence will feel familiar even if you've never seen them before because their assignment has been written beside your name for years. Something huge is waiting for you, and on that morning the very air will feel alive. When you step outside you may notice the sunlight looks closer, warmer, almost intentional. Silence may feel sacred as if creation itself is holding its breath for your moment. Heaven doesn't need noise to make miracles, it moves through perfect stillness. Don't skip because there will be a brief window where everything aligns, your thoughts, your emotions, your surroundings, and that window is when the messenger will appear. Accept what they hand you with steady hands because the entire universe has positioned that moment in your favor. Stay till the end because the instant the exchange happens a deep peace will spread through your body. Not the loud excitement of chance but the quiet strength of destiny fulfilled. That's the true signature of divine wealth, it calms rather than overwhelms. Archangel Michael says, that after this moment your name will open doors before you arrive. What once felt heavy will feel simple. Something huge is waiting for you, and the shift from waiting to receiving is nearly complete. Every test, every silent night, every season you endured alone led to this single sacred turning point. Don't skip. Because when you wake on November 27th something inside you will already know. Look in the mirror and remind yourself, I am ready, because readiness activates the divine circuit that pulls your miracle into form. Stay till the end because after this day nothing about your life will remain small. Opportunities will seek you out. Blessings will accelerate. Peace will follow you like a warm golden aura, filling every room you walk into. My beloved child, stay close because everything around you is vibrating with divine timing. You're not here by coincidence, you're inside a countdown crafted to restore what was once withheld. The morning of November 27th carries a spiritual code unique to your destiny, unlocking piece by piece. Don't skip and pay attention to the slowdowns you've experienced lately, the pauses, the moments where life seemed to freeze. That wasn't stagnation. It was heaven rearranging the board so you would stand in the exact place where your blessing arrives. Stay till the end because the energy around you is thicker now, almost electric. You can feel it when you inhale. You can sense it when you close your eyes. That's because the angels are transmitting through your emotions, not your ears. Archangel Michael says, your faith has finally reached a point where heaven can deliver without anything blocking it. Something huge is waiting for you, and on that sacred morning your intuition will ignite. You'll know where to stand, where to walk and when to pause. It won't feel like guessing, it will feel like remembering. The stranger assigned to you is already dreaming of the moment, practicing words they don't yet understand are meant for your soul. Don't skip because the final sign before manifestation is always stillness. A soft calm like the world is holding its breath. If you feel that soon, maybe tonight, know that it's the universe whispering, everything is ready. And when the moment comes it will unfold exactly the way destiny wrote it long before you ever knew. Every great turning point begins with a whisper, and right now that whisper is rising in your spirit. The moment this blessing touches your timeline your entire life will shift into a higher rhythm. Not by force, not by noise but by divine precision. My beloved child, the universe has been waiting for this exact alignment, this exact breath, this exact second where your faith finally meets your reality. And here's the truth you need to hold tightly, heaven doesn't prepare blessings this massive without preparing the vessel receiving them. That's why your heart has been feeling heavier one day and strangely light the next. That's why sleep has been coming differently. These are not random waves, these are spiritual recalibrations for what's on the way. Don't skip. You're closer than you realize. There is a sacred stillness that only appears before destiny steps forward. You might feel like the world around you is pausing, slowing, or softening. That's heaven removing distractions so nothing interrupts the moment you receive what's already sealed for you. The stranger carrying your blessing is moving through their final steps now, guided by signs they cannot explain but deeply feel. Archangel Michael says, every delay was a setup for perfect alignment. Every closed door was protection, not punishment. Something huge is waiting for you. As November 27th approaches, you may notice your intuition sharpening like never before. You'll sense subtle nudges telling you where to stand, where to walk, where to pause. This is not anxiety. This is divine choreography. Heaven is placing you at the exact intersection where the blessing will meet you without fail. Stay till the end because clarity is about to replace confusion. When the moment arrives it will feel like stepping through a doorway you've walked past your entire life without noticing. A familiar place will suddenly feel sacred. A normal morning will feel golden. Even the air will hold a gentle weight as if creation itself recognizes your elevation. You won't need proof. You'll feel it in your bones. Don't skip this truth, wealth doesn't chase noise, wealth chases harmony. That's why peace has been following you more than people lately. This transfer isn't only financial, it's spiritual authority returning to you. It's divine confidence settling into your soul. It's heaven saying, "Rise." The stranger chosen for this divine assignment has been spiritually awakened just enough to fulfill their role. They may not know your name yet, but they feel the pull. Dreams have been nudging them. Unexpected thoughts have been guiding them. Even the timing of their steps is being orchestrated. When they stand before you, it will feel like the universe exhaling. Archangel Michael says, "Your name has been written into this moment long before you were born. Something huge is waiting for you. Prepare yourself, because the exchange won't look dramatic, it will look destined." A simple gesture, a brief meeting, a few words, maybe even silence. Yet inside that silence will thunder the sound of fulfillment. And when the blessing rests in your hands, your spirit will recognize it instantly. This is what the waiting was for. You'll notice something shift inside you the second the blessing touches your energy. Not excitement, authority. Not fear, clarity. It's the feeling of stepping into the life you were always meant to live. The life your soul has whispered about in quiet moments. The life heaven promised but needed time to prepare. Don't skip, because what happens next will unfold like chapters turning on their own. Opportunities will appear without effort. Conversations will open doors you didn't even knock on. You'll walk into places you once only prayed about. Everything will feel aligned, because everything will be aligned. My beloved child, this isn't just restoration, it's elevation. You are being pulled out of survival mode and lifted into overflow. The universe is rewriting your frequency, raising your life into a realm where blessings don't trickle, they pour. Archangel Michael says, this is the season where your faith becomes your evidence. Something huge is waiting for you. And when the shift happens, you'll finally understand why every past chapter felt so heavy. It was strengthening you for the weight of glory you're about to carry. It was preparing your hands to hold more than you lost. It was shaping your heart so abundance could land safely and permanently. Stay till the end, because the moment that blessing arrives, your old story ends without needing a single word. You won't have to explain. You won't have to defend. Your life will speak for you. Your peace will speak for you. Your elevation will speak for you. Don't skip. The blessing is already on the way. The stranger is already being guided. Heaven is already aligning every breath, every moment, every step. And when November 27th dawns, you will step into the morning that was written with your name glowing in divine light. This is your chapter of overflow. This is your divine confirmation. This is your moment. And the moment it reveals the real you, everything around you will begin shifting to match your new frequency. The world won't suddenly become easier, it will simply begin to cooperate with your destiny. That's the difference between surviving and ascending. And November 27th is the doorway between those two realities. Stay till the end, because you're standing at the edge of a transformation that was whispered into your spirit long before life tried to break you. This is where heaven begins rewriting the atmosphere around your name. You'll notice the change first in your emotions, a calm that feels supernatural, a clarity that settles your mind instantly, a certainty that doesn't come from logic but from alignment. That's how you'll know the blessing has entered your field. Archangel Michael says, you're not preparing for a miracle, you're aligning with one that's already unfolding. Something huge is waiting for you. When the stranger steps into your path, your soul will react before your mind does. There will be a pull, a recognition, a flicker of warmth that feels ancient. Don't ignore that sensation, it is the signature of divine timing. Their presence carries the coded vibration of your $55 million restoration, and the moment you receive it, the universe will adjust itself like a lock clicking open after years of resistance. Don't skip. This is the moment fate has been circling back toward. You will feel the shift not in noise but in stillness. Your chest will feel lighter. Your breath will deepen. Your thoughts will quiet as if something is listening through you. That's the exact second heaven completes the transaction. Not through documents but through spiritual confirmation. The blessing will anchor itself so firmly that nothing, not doubt, not fear, not delay will be able to shake it loose. Stay till the end. From that moment onward, everything in your environment will begin aligning. You'll notice how conversations change, how people treat you differently without knowing why, how opportunities appear exactly when you think of them. This is what divine acceleration feels like. Archangel Michael says, the blessing you receive is a signal sent into your timeline, rearranging everything to ensure your rise is smooth and protected. Something huge is waiting for you. You're not just entering abundance, you're entering authority. The kind that comes only after seasons of silence, isolation, and spiritual stretching. The world will think you got lucky, but your soul will know the truth. You endured long enough for heaven to trust you with the weight of blessing. And now the blessing is choosing you back. Don't skip. The moment you accept it, your energy will shift into the frequency of effortless flow. This is the era where you stop chasing and start receiving. Things that once slipped through your fingers will now land gently in your hands. Doors that remained shut for years will swing open like they were waiting for your arrival. That's the power of divine timing, nothing forced, everything aligned. Stay till the end, because the energy forming around you right now is a preview of the life you're about to step into. As November 27th draws closer, your spirit will become more sensitive to signs. You may feel watched over, guided, even carried. You may notice that your intuition speaks louder and clearer. This isn't an accident. Heaven sharpens the senses of those who are about to receive. Archangel Michael says, the stranger chosen for this exchange carries not just wealth but the frequency of completion. Something huge is waiting for you. When the moment finally arrives, it will feel like the world inhales around you. Time will stretch for just a breath, long enough for you to understand that this second was written specifically for your life. Don't rush it. Don't question it. Let it unfold with the grace of someone who has already been chosen. Don't skip. This is the day the universe proves that patience is never wasted. What comes next is recognition, spiritual recognition. You'll recognize yourself again. The version of you that prayed, endured, and kept going even when nothing made sense. The blessing will restore more than wealth, it will restore identity. Confidence will return. Purpose will sharpen. Peace will settle into your bones like warm gold. Stay till the end because this is the part where heaven reveals why it took so long. The stranger will deliver the blessing, but heaven will deliver the transformation. After that moment you will become a magnet for opportunities you used to chase. Your presence will shift rooms. Your silence will speak louder than your words. This isn't pride, it's alignment. Archangel Michael says, "This is the reward for surviving seasons you were never meant to survive alone. Something huge is waiting for you." And when everything finally aligns, remember this truth. You weren't delayed, you were being positioned. You weren't forgotten, you were being refined. You weren't abandoned, you were being prepared. November 27th isn't just a date, it's the precise moment your destiny says, now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because the miracle approaching your life has already seen your face, already learned your name, and already begun its journey toward your hands. And once it arrives, nothing in your timeline will ever remain the same. Every shift that once felt distant is now pressing against your reality, closer than your breath. And here's the truth: your spirit already knows this moment isn't asking you to believe harder, it's asking you to recognize what's already unfolding. God says, the silence around you isn't emptiness, it's the sound of heaven rearranging everything that once felt delayed. You're stepping into a timeline where nothing you lost was wasted and everything meant for you rises with perfect timing. The air around you will start to feel heavier in meaning, lighter in fear. That's the first sign. The second is the steady calm that settles inside your chest, the kind you can't explain even if someone asked. Archangel Michael says, the peace arriving now is not temporary, it's the official announcement that your destiny has reached maturity. Don't skip. Every second your eyes stay here, the alignment strengthens like divine hands adjusting your path with quiet precision. And when that morning comes, the world won't look different, but you will. You'll feel as if life is holding its breath just for you, waiting for your first step into a chapter written long before your doubts. The light drifting through your curtains will carry a softness that feels intentional, like heaven whispering, "This is the moment." Let that soundless confirmation settle into your bones. You're closer than your past ever believed. Stay till the end because the stranger carrying your breakthrough isn't wandering anymore. Their steps have merged with your timeline. You might meet them in an ordinary place doing an ordinary thing, but the energy will feel anything but ordinary. A single conversation, a glance, even a shared pause could hold the key your spirit has been sensing for weeks. Don't let logic try to shrink what heaven is expanding. This is divine orchestration at its cleanest, subtle, precise, unstoppable. And when the transfer begins, you won't need proof. Your body will tell you first, a warm surge, a strange pull, a sudden clarity. God says, nothing about this next chapter requires force. You won't chase, you won't beg, you won't prove. You'll simply be, and abundance will flow toward you like it's finally found home. Something huge is waiting for you. This time you're not receiving because you're struggling. You're receiving because you're aligned. From that day on, your life moves with a rhythm you've never felt before. Doors open not by chance but by divine recognition. People who once overlooked you suddenly see you with new clarity. Opportunities that once slipped through your fingers now anchor themselves in your hands. Archangel Michael says, you'll notice the shift in the way your spirit settles, sure, steady, unshaken by what used to overwhelm you. Don't skip. This transformation isn't loud, it's deep. It's the kind that changes the way you breathe, the way you speak, the way you carry your name. You're stepping into the identity heaven always wrote for you, the one where your presence itself is a blessing. You become the miracle, not the seeker of miracles. Stay till the end because the universe is not guessing anymore. It has finalized the design. What's arriving is permanent, protected, promised. And as your new reality unfolds, you'll look back and realize every delay was an invisible construction, every silence a sacred formation, every tear a seed that now blooms in unstoppable light. This is your moment. This is your shift. This is the evidence that patience was never weakness, it was preparation. Something huge is waiting for you, and now finally you're ready to receive it.